today I'm going to talk about a chronic pain is the mind-body syndrome. All right, this is the golden information. I'm going to give it to you. So before we go, let me introduce myself. I am Deepti Patel. I'm a physical therapist, and last 10 years I have specialized in a chronic pain, and a chronic back pain is my most specialty, my most favorite specialty. And I have a free ebook called 7 Secrets to Heal the Back Pain. And I have a link below. Please take advantage of this book. It has a good information to make you think outside the box. So let's talk about chronic pain and mind-body syndrome. You know, this is the major factor that most medical professionals miss in treating, is leaving the mind outside. They think back pain is mostly physical. Most of the time they look at the x-rays, MRIs and CT scans and look at the disc, and oh, you have an L4 L5 disc bulge, and you have the herniation, or you have the compressions of the nerve, and your one vertebra has slipped on top of each other, and that's the main cause of the pain. And they usually miss the major factor that the pain can be coming from mind. Let's talk about mind. I'm not saying that your pain is not real. Your pain is real for sure, but the pain source is coming from somewhere else. So here I want you to think outside the box. So mind and body is deeply connected. Okay, for example, if you have to do a presentations in front of 1,000 people and you have not done that before, you start sweating just before the presentations. You start sweating. So body physically it causes the symptoms. Your cheeks might start getting red. You get butterfly in your stomach. Your heart starts pumping hard. You might feel palpitations coming on. So having all that stress, it causes these physical symptoms. Same thing. Some repressed emotions, okay? There are a few different kinds of repressed emotions. Usually they are negative emotions. Is the anger, shame, guilt, resentment. All that stuff can causes, once they go too much, once they fill up too much, too far, your ego in your unconscious, the ID and the super ego in your unconscious mind cannot handle that, and it's some way to trick your body and creates this pain. So unless and until you don't take care of this repressed emotions, your pain is not going to go away. Okay, so in order to bring the healing all the way, you have to pay attention to this repressed emotions. Another factor is your personality, which I did talk about in another video, and personality is also connected deep with your mind. So make sure you do work on your personality and find out what personality you are, and dig deep and think why you are the way you are. Okay, and handling the repressed emotions. And there is another factor plays a role, is the stress. Okay, so there are two kinds of stress. One is the superimposed stress that you put in on yourself. Sometimes that's just not necessary. Sometimes things, you just have to let it go and let things just go the way it goes, rather than controlling it. And the other stress is the life throws at you. It is your mortgage, your car breaks down, or your kids' health, or your spouse health, or the work related stresses and stuff like that. And you know what, this is not my theory. I have learned, this is called a TMS, and I learned that from Dr. Sarno, and he has practiced for 35 years and healed many people with the chronic pain. And I have learned a lot from Dr. Sarno's and his work, and there's many people have been working on TMS nowadays, and that's huge in healing and bringing the healing to permanent healing to your chronic pain, is looking at this repressed emotions, your stress level, and your personalities. And also this is Dr. Sarno's has described in his work. This is all goes back to the 1800s, late 1800s, by Sigmund Freud theory about the ego and ID and a superego, and how that transforms through the peptide chemicals, through your hypothalamus and your pituitary gland, through autonomic nervous system to restrict the blood flow to the areas. So you're not thinking too much about the emotional pain, because sometimes emotional pain is too much to take. So your central nervous system wants to protect you, and it causes a very mild restrictions of the blood flow to the area of the body. It could be a neck pain, it could be the back pain, sometimes it's a carpal tunnel syndrome, and stuff like that. So that's how it's actually biochemically and physiologically deeply connected your mind and your body is. So really think about, in order to bring the permanent and the long-term healing, you have to pay attention to your mind at a deeper level. Okay, so hopefully this information was valuable to you, and if you have any questions, concerns, or insights, please comment below. And if you want to follow me on my Instagram at Smart Functional Fitness, where I provide the tips and strategies on regular basis. Also, I have a YouTube channel called Smart Functional Fitness, where I have several videos on exercises and stretches, yoga stretchings, and pranayamas and meditations. So please subscribe my channels and follow me along there. I also have a private Facebook group where you can ask me questions personally there, and I will have some future challenges to improve the mobilities in the hips or upper back, and some strength and some challenges to improve the overall well-being. So please join my group. And if you think this information was helpful and you know someone can benefit from this, please pass along. And thank you so much for watching.